Hey there, race fans. It's Race Day Top 5 with me, Frank 5. Happy Labor Day weekend to everybody out there. I hope you're all having a wonderful time during this last weekend of summer. Of course, school starting to kick in for a lot of the kids, but this particular Labor Day weekend, we all get to spend time with our family and friends for one last time during the summer. And this weekend is a special, special weekend because today I am going to be embarking on my first ever trip to Darlington Raceway for the Cookout Southern 500, the opening race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs and the opening race of the round of 16. I'm so excited to finally be able to go to this historic track. I've never been here before. This track has been a bucket list race that I've been wanting to go to for a long, long time. With the history that Darlington provides, the track too tough to tame, the lady in black, it's tough on the tires, you're scraping the wall, you got that classic Darlington stripe. You're going to hear a lot of that in tonight's race, and the weather is going to be perfect. Going to be a little bit hot during the day, but when we get closer to the start of the race at nighttime, it'll start to cool off, and the drivers are going to strap in, and they're going to put on quite a show. A lot of pressure on these 16 drivers today because it's the start of the playoffs, and you want to get off to a good start in this race, in this round, because if you have a rough run tonight, you are going to be in for a long next 2 weeks to try to dig your way out of that hole if you get yourself into a deep situation here at Darlington. And this track is really, really tough on these cars, but I'm so excited for tonight's race. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be sitting in the Turn 4 grandstand section, the Pearson section, so I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be sitting pretty much to the entrance to pit road, and you're going to see these guys go to work right in front of me. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm so excited. I mean, to be able to attend my second ever crown jewel in NASCAR Cup Series history attending races, I couldn't be more excited for this. I'm so excited. I mean, let's just get this day started. It's Darlington Day.
We are now in the stages of starting to put our stuff together and get ready to hit the road. Here's the stuff that I need to bring for Darlington. Over there, we've got my backpack with my electronics, iPad, headphones, laptop, all the necessities needed. Over there is a backpack that has got my hat in it, and right in here, somewhere in there, if you can see, my headphone and my radio, because I need that, plus some batteries, but my dad has extras. And there's my toiletries bag that I need for our hotel room tonight, my cooler that I'm going to pack my drinks in, a football to bring because why not, and of course it's college football weekend and it's NFL weekend next week. Woohoo! And down over here is my change of clothes I need for sleeping tonight and my change of clothes that I need for work tomorrow, because when we make the trek back to my apartment tomorrow morning, I gotta be dressed basically and then gotta be on the road to go to work. Fun times for packing, right? Alrighty, it is time to get out of here, so lights out, door closing, and we're gone. On the road, and it is just a glorious blue sky. A couple clouds mixed in, but other than that, it is just a glorious day. And we're getting close to Darlington Raceway. We're just about, 40 minutes until we get there. We're relatively close. I will say one thing. This road, it's a little bit bumpy. I wonder how the drivers are going to feel tonight. See? We're just a couple minutes away from the racetrack, and we stopped at a gas station because we need a little bit more ice, and we have a palm tree sighting. Actually, 2 of them. The further you get down to the South Carolina area, the more palm trees you'll see. They're not like Florida's palm trees, but they're definitely breathtaking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially made it. We are here at Darlington Raceway, right there over there. That's our section where we will be for tonight's race, the Pearson section. This place looks absolutely amazing outside. The fans are starting to pack in everything. They're all walking around getting their tailgating experience going on. It's just a glorious day. We're finally here at the track too tough to tame.
Now that's an interesting thing. 2 people tailgating next to each other with 2 different teams, rival teams I might add. The Ravens, my boys, and our most hated rival in the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that if I was standing next to a Steelers fan.
It's getting really hot right now, so I decided to find myself some shade underneath our tent. It's lunchtime as well. Absolutely delicious. Subway never disappoints.
I just realized that that's the parking for the scouts that are here for this weekend. And all the camping tents, I'm not surprised. So I also just found out about this a little while ago. My dad went to this little white trailer thing because it says restroom. Those are actually showers in there. The porta johns, if you can kind of see, are right over there. That is just bad messaging. Watermelon Man, gas it, smash it. Raise hell, praise Dale. I love those. Those are awesome. There's that big old American flag standing outside of turn number 3. Standing tall and proud. Love that. Now this is one hell of a tailgating experience right here. The old Miller Lite Racing Welcome Race Fans banner. Kind of got like a beach design to it. Kind of gives you a little bit of some Jimmy Buffett vibes. I miss him so much. It's almost gonna be 2 years Monday that he passed away. Keep the party going. Okay, so I am here. Now where do I need to go to the merchandise hall and every other sort of entertainment? Right over there. That's gonna be a fun walk. Here are more better looking palm trees. I just like that this racetrack has got palm trees around. It makes you feel like you're kind of at the beach when you're typically at a racetrack. It's a nice cultural feeling. Here's the fan zone with all the merchandise haulers for all of your favorite drivers. I like how they're lined up in rows of 2. One on the left side and one on the right side. Oh, that's a cool design of the state of South Carolina. Amazing display. There's Ryan Priest signing merchandise for all the fans that come to the RFK Front Row Haas Factory Team merchandise hauler. Up close. It's a darn shame he didn't make the playoffs, but you can't deny he's had one hell of a season for his first year at RFK. You can't deny that. My goodness, that is one hell of a throne right there with the kind of American design. It's like a dangerous vehicle looking thing. It's cool though. I'm at the NASCAR Legends Hauler. There's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. signing autographs to the fans for Hayek Motorsports. That's pretty cool. It's so close. Got the big NASCAR logo over here. It's so big. So say cheese. Sign my name down there on this big draw, whatever, or write whatever you want on this Darlington board right here. So creative. We got a Chase Briscoe and C-Bell, Christopher Bell sighting at the Toyota merchandise hauler. I'm getting some good shots of some of these guys at the signature positions today. That is so cool. We got our road course expert Shane Van Gisbergen at the hauler that he and Daniel Suarez share. And oh, by the way, what's this? Daniel Suarez over there. Man, I am just knocking out of the park. I'm batting 1,000 getting these guys in their hauler signing merchandise. I got Kyle Larson at the Hendrick Cars hauler, and he is really knocking out of the park with all the people in attendance and everything. I have no doubt he will be a threat tonight. I got the sport's most popular driver, Chase Elliott, and his hauler, as you can tell. Everybody wants to see the most popular driver in NASCAR. I can't believe I got all those V-roll shots of those drivers signing all the merchandise for the fans that were in line in attendance. So unfortunately, you need a wristband to get access for that, and some of them have been sold out. Or I mean, could I have probably gotten a wristband to go up and get an autograph from any of those guys? Sure, but at the same time, if some of them are sold out, I doubt there's going to be an opportunity for me to get up close to any of these guys, but maybe next time. But that was pretty cool. Here are the diecast cars that I was able to grab at the merchandise haulers, and I say I did pretty well for myself. I got the Chase Briscoe Bass Pro Shops Toyota, Riley Herbst Sunny D Toyota, Noah Gregson's Rush Truck Centers Ford, and Josh Berry Rotorcraft Ford. And the special design around that is in honor of the Wood Brothers' 75 years. Yeah, I'd say stashed some pretty good cars.
As drivers, how do you see that playing out?
We got our burgers going. They're almost done. Let's check and see. Oh my goodness, those look so delicious. Burgers are done. Now it's time to have one.
I think that they get better every time they go to a track, and you can't put together the string of top tens he has and not have it all going for you. If you want to get hot, this is the time that you want to get hot. And don't forget, he nearly ran one Gateway last year. And
fantastic. Love me some Bubba's in a race.
Everybody's walking to the track because we're getting close to the start of the race. It starts at about 6 o'clock. It's almost the same time the Coke 600 starts, maybe a few minutes earlier than that, but dinner's all done and we're now all heading to our seats. We're getting closer to the start of tonight's Cookout Southern 500.
So one of the things you got to keep in mind about tonight's race at Darlington Raceway, it's one of our proudest racetracks that we've been going to since NASCAR first got started for the most part. But on this racetrack, the competitors, you must race the racetrack. The first 400 miles of this 500-mile event, you have to race the racetrack. You need to do a good job of managing your tires. If you push your tires too early on in this race, you're going to have a massive fall off, and like an anchor hanging at the back of your car, you're going to slowly start to drift back until you get that caution that'll benefit you and you can come in and make that change for tires. You need to take good care of your tires. And one thing that this track can benefit is the veterans. If you're a playoff driver that is a very experienced veteran and you get around this place well, you'll know how to manage your tires. And then when you need to use them towards the end of a run before green flag pit stops. And we're gonna see some green flag pit stops tonight, I guarantee you that. There could also be the possibility of cautions and tire problems as far as flat tires and hitting the wall. We had a lot of those early on in the truck race yesterday, and it hurt a lot of guys, including one of the playoff drivers in Chandler Smith. He hit the wall hard and he fell out of the race early. And Caden Honeycutt in Short Friesen's truck had the same thing happen. Now he was somewhat able to recover, but then he had an incident late in the race and really affected his result. Lane Riggs had a chance for the win, had a flat tire late. The benefit though that he wasn't the caution, but still, you need to take care of your tires at this racetrack and you need to race the racetrack. Now that final 100 miles, maybe particularly 50 laps to go, race your competitors. Go like there's no tomorrow. You gotta put your foot to the floor when it's time. But for these first couple hours of this race, race the racetrack. Because if you push it too hard, you may find yourself in the wall and having a Darlington stripe or maybe even worse. So everybody gotta be pristine tonight and they have to be smart. But other than that, the hype is getting close because this race is nearly close to getting started. So let's get to our stand section.
Gain access, now going up the stairs. This will work our calf muscles to perfection.
We're nearly there. Just a few platforms and stairwells to climb up on. Typical when you come to a racetrack and you sit so high in the grandstands.
And now, after this long climb, it is time for the money shot. Wow. I'm finally at Darlington, ladies and gentlemen. What a sight. So these are my seats for this race, and as you can see, it is at the entrance of pit road, and this is a very tricky pit road to get onto. You got to make sure you slow down to a good speed. They can come down and you can hit that yellow line. Don't hit the orange box. You hit the orange box, you are in big time trouble. You will get caught by NASCAR. And make sure you don't miss pit road too.
Darlington Raceway, give a big NASCAR welcome to Cookout representative Rue Reeves. And tonight he's here to say those most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Rue.
Come on, Rue. Driver, start your engine!
Woo! The engines are fired. 38 drivers. One track that is too tough to tame, but somebody will tame it tonight. We're 500 miles from finding out here at Darlington.
Justin Haley, the highest qualifying non-playoff driver starts from Houston, three-time defending series champion Tony Giotto outside of him. Chris Buescher,
Gotta admit, I have a pretty fun pit section that I'm sitting
racing here tonight. Got William Byron, the first pit stall. He's one of our playoff drivers. Ryan Priest, Timmy Hill from Maryland, and of course me as a Marylander, I love that. Chris Busher, Todd Gillen, and Kyle Larson, a guy I fully expect to be in contention for win tonight. He won here 2 years ago. He can win it again tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs and the Cookout Summer 500 is Wayne! Did not make the playoffs, unfortunately, and just continues his horrible season. What a tough break. It doesn't look like Kyle Busch has much damage, but Josh Berry, on the other hand, yeah, that's must win for him in these next two races. He's got a lot of damage as he limps the 21 car onto pit road. Smoke trailing from the Motorcraft Ford at one of the most iconic tracks in NASCAR. You hate to see that to one of the most iconic teams in the Wood Brothers. Couple guys pitting. Chris Busher didn't make the playoffs. He's decided to come in. 66 and Timmy Hill. And one of those cars going down pit road is Alex Bowman. Now, when you're starting 29th, taking an option to pit now for tires is probably not a bad idea. You get those tires on, you get a little bit of advantage to everybody else, even though they didn't get a full lap. They still have relatively fresh tires on. But I'm still baffled by that start. I mean, come on, man.
Second of the stage is Tyler
right rear of the line, so they had to jack it back up, and Hamlin lost a ton of time on pit road. That's bad luck. All right. That's that caution for the cars. Next up on the field is going with Chastain. That is as agonizing as it gets. I don't know if he hit the wall. And if he did not hit the wall, that's an absolute miracle for 2023 champion. That's just a lot of adversity for a lot of our playoff drivers tonight. I feel like ever since Darlington's become a playoff race, it's just become more for the course. Playoff drivers have problems. Maybe a slight raise on the wall, but other than that, if there's no damage at all to his rear wheel plate, he should be okay. But you don't want to have that at all. Here we go!
Well, this has been some sort of race so far. It's been a race full of a lot of attrition for a lot of our playoff drivers. At least more than half have dealt with problems being involved in incidents, pit road mistakes, incidents on pit road, reporting about possible electrical issues, i.e. the guy's been dominating so far. But it's been a very fun race with a lot of comers and goers and differing strategies on the green flag pit stops. This Darlington track, this is something else. And being here in person at last, it's absolutely worth it. So we're entering the final stage right now, and I guarantee you, it's going to get really hectic from here, and desperation will begin to set in for a lot of these guys. But once again, gotta continue to race the racetrack. When we get into those final 50 laps, go at it.
Time for the final stage here at Darlington. Let's go, we're running on the front run.
Son Brooks promised Dad a trip to Victory Lane in the pre-race show, and Dad delivered in front of a packed house here at Darlington to start the playoffs. Brooks with the number 1 on the top of the car.
Look at this little kid.
And Dad Chase is into the second round of the Cup Series playoffs with his second Southern 500 win. Last year he put Stuart Haas in the playoffs in this race. Tonight, back on the line, this one advanced this team to be the first one into the second round of the playoffs. I don't know what's more pressure, keeping Tyler Reddick behind you or delivering on the promise of Brooks being early tonight getting the victory lane.
Victory lap. Mr. Briscoe, you have earned this. Absolute clinic by the 19 team.
Race fans, Chase Briscoe is in Motor 1 Victory Lane, victorious in the Cookout Southern 500.
Back-to-back Cookout Southern 500 champion. With us tonight, we've got Jeremy Reeves, Grace Reeves, Drew Reeves, helping set this trophy.
Such a long line of cars after everybody is leaving Darlington Raceway after what was a beautiful day and a fun night of racing. As for us, yeah, we're probably gonna wait until this all starts to dissipate, because right now, I'm not sitting in this, I'll tell you that. It does seem like the lines are really starting to move here, so it looks like we're gonna start to get out of here really quickly. Might as well get ready to go. Thank you, Darlington Raceway, for a great experience for the first time. I had a blast at this venue tonight. Getting to watch a really fun race, the opening race of the playoffs, where there was a lot of adversity for a lot of guys tonight. But it was a blast, and I look forward to coming back here next year in 2026.
Finally made it to our hotel after a long day of traveling to Darlington, tailgating at Darlington, seeing our first Cup race live at Darlington, and then making the drive to our hotel late at night. That's the life as a race fan sometimes, but I had a blast. My first time ever at Darlington Raceway, and the Cookout Southern 500 was definitely fun. What an absolute clinic by Chase Briscoe tonight. Even though he didn't start on the pole, he started on the front row. He led the most laps, 309 laps. Won stage 1, won stage 2, and won the race. A clean sweep. Although he nearly lost at the end there, Tyler Reddick gave it everything he had those last couple laps trying to get by the 19 of Chase Briscoe, but it wasn't enough. Chase Briscoe won the night. He's on to the next round in the round of 12 for the playoffs. As for the rest of the playoff field, well, some of them had good nights, and a lot of them, let's just say they're lucky to get out of Darlington after this night, and they got to regroup next weekend when they go to Madison, Illinois at Worldwide Technology Raceway for race 2 of the round of 16. You don't want to get in the hole after next weekend, or else you're going to have to deal with Bristol. But I had a blast, and I want to thank Darlington for their hospitality for me and on my party, my dad and my uncle, for being there, and we had a blast tonight. It was an absolute ball to be at that historic racetrack, and I look forward to coming back there next year. I definitely think we're going to do another Southern 500. As for me, as far as live at the track, my next outing will be my last one for the year, and that will be at Martinsville at the end of October for the elimination race in the round of 8 to determine who goes to the championship 4. But in the meantime, I'm going to get out of here because I'm tired and I need to go to sleep because I got to get to work tomorrow, and it'll be a little bit late. But I hope you all enjoyed this wonderful experience of me at Darlington, and I look forward to the next racing vlog. So in the meantime, subscribe, like, and I hope you enjoyed this. Congrats again to Chase Briscoe winning the Cookout Southern 500 back-to-back years. So have a wonderful night, everybody. Let's go racing.